Can you stop this man?
Of course. He's like this big.
Pacquiao's a little fighter, so it's a big fight against a little guy.
I believe after I hit him and the fight's over, he's going to go backstage and God will have that conversation.
The night of July 20th, 2019, was electric in Las Vegas. At 40 years old, Manny Pacquiao, an 8-division world champion and living legend, stepped into the ring to face the undefeated Keith, one-time Thurman, the reigning WBA welterweight champion. It was a battle of generations, the veteran icon versus the hungry prime champion. Inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, chants of "Manny! Manny!" shook the rafters as both men made their walkouts. This was more than a title fight, it was a collision of eras. Round 1, the flash knockdown. Pacquiao opened fast, bouncing on his toes, darting in with blistering combinations and sharp angles. Thurman tried to set distance behind a stiff jab, but Manny's footwork made him miss and reset. Midway through, Pacquiao landed a clean left straight, slipped a counter, and ripped a hook to the body. Keith circled right, searching for rhythm, yet Manny kept layering feints and bursts that disrupted timing. With 30 seconds left, Pacquiao exploded forward, a short right hook, then a perfect straight left down the middle. Thurman's head snapped back and he crashed to the canvas. The arena erupted as he sprang up wide-eyed, trying to wave it off. Pacquiao flurried until the bell, a statement opener that rattled the champion's confidence. Round 2. Thurman came out cautious, pumping his jab and circling to keep Manny at range. Pacquiao slipped inside with head movement, tapped the ribs, and pivoted out before counters arrived. Keith found a home for a couple of jabs, but Manny answered with a sharp 3-punch flurry and a stinging left. Pacquiao's precision and speed kept Thurman guessing from beat to beat. Round 3. Thurman began to settle, planting his feet and firing a crisp straight right that snapped Manny's head back. Pacquiao responded with a 6-punch burst, mixing head and body. The exchanges grew tactical. Keith relied on timing and leverage, while Manny leaned on volume and angles. Both men had moments as the crowd rose with each trade. The fight's pulse quickened. Round 4. Pacquiao committed to the body, digging hooks that forced Thurman backward and lowered his guard. Keith countered with straight rights and an uppercut, landing clean but in single shots. In the final seconds they stood centering, traded heavy leather, and refused to blink. Manny's pace edged the round. Round 5. Thurman surged, walking Manny down and hammering the body before whipping a right cross upstairs. Pacquiao fired back in bursts, yet Keith dictated geography and tempo for long stretches. The bell capped a strong Thurman frame, momentum tightening. Round 6. Thurman doubled the jab and stepped in behind compact combinations, forcing Manny to circle. A sharp right midway through jolted Pacquiao and drew a gasp from the crowd. Manny regrouped, but Keith's rhythm and confidence were unmistakably rising. Tension climbed with every exchange as tactics and grit battled for control. Round 7. Pacquiao answered with urgency, slashing in at angles, ripping quick flurries, and finishing to the body. Thurman tried to time him with counters, but Manny's first step speed stole the exchanges. A late 10-punch salvo ignited the arena and swung momentum back toward the legend. Every small adjustment felt decisive, every miss punished by a quick reply. Round 8. Thurman adjusted with patience, stepping back to catch Manny on the way in. A beautifully timed right uppercut snapped Pacquiao's head, followed by a neat right cross. Manny marched forward, but Thurman's accuracy and composure took the round on quality connects. Both corners called for discipline, feet first, then hands, then finished the exchange. Round 9, the body shot that changed everything. Early, Pacquiao uncorked a vicious left hook to the body that landed perfectly under Thurman's ribcage. Keith's face twisted, his mouth opened, and his legs wobbled as he retreated in pain. Pacquiao smelled blood and swarmed. Lefts, rights, and uppercuts driving Thurman across the ring. The roar was deafening as Keith staggered to the ropes, nearly sinking as he clutched his guard low. Desperation set in. He clinched, circled, and bought seconds, but Manny kept drilling the midsection. Every thud echoed through the arena like a drumbeat. Thurman survived on will, yet he returned to the corners showing damage that no poker face could hide. Round 10. Thurman opened cautiously, using his legs to avoid pocket warfare while he reset his breathing. Pacquiao stalked with jabs and short hooks, forcing engagements along the ropes. Midway through, Keith dug deep and landed a massive right that froze Manny for a heartbeat. Pacquiao steadied and finished strong, answering with tidy combinations to head and body. 3 tense minutes, both men claiming moments. Feints and footwork wrote the rhythm while power punctuated the paragraphs of violence. Round 11. Fatigue draped both fighters, but neither yielded. Pacquiao pressed with volume, punches and bunches that demanded reactions. Thurman picked spots, firing single heavy counters that snapped Manny's head but came in low numbers. The exchanges were raw and loud. Pacquiao's work rate shaded it on the cards. Composure under fire separated moments from mistakes, inches from impact. Round 12, the final push. Everything narrowed to these last 3 minutes. Pacquiao used feints and small steps to create just enough space while scoring with sharp, accurate singles. Thurman, knowing the margin was thin, uncorked sweeping rights and looping hooks, chasing the shot that could flip the fight. In the final half-minute they planted their feet and traded at center ring, pride outweighing fatigue as the arena thundered. The bell ended a furious closing stretch. Both men exhaled and embraced. The crowd swelled with noise as momentum seesawed from second to second. Decision and aftermath. Scorecards read: 115-112 Pacquiao, 115-112 Thurman, 114-113 Pacquiao, a split decision for Manny Pacquiao. The building erupted as the 40-year-old legend handed an undefeated champion his first loss. Thurman earned respect for resilience and craft. Pacquiao added another chapter to an already mythic career. It wasn't just a title bout, it was a reminder of what endures: speed, will, and the refusal to fade. Legacy and final thoughts. In the days following the fight, boxing fans around the world couldn't stop talking about what they had witnessed. Pacquiao's victory was celebrated as proof that greatness has no expiration date. Reporters filled headlines with praise, calling Manny's performance a masterclass in strategy and heart. Thurman, humble but proud, promised to return stronger, and his gracious words earned him respect even in defeat. For many, this night wasn't just about titles or rankings. It was about witnessing a living legend defy time, inspiring millions with his courage and skill. Years from now, fans will still speak of July 20th, 2019, as the night Pacquiao reminded the world why boxing is called the sweet science.